everybody out there, this is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another edition of This Week in Baseball, where we talk about everything going on in the majors over some Diamond Dynasty online gameplay. Let's jump right on into the topics, guys. Friday night, we had our fifth no-hitter of the season. This one came from Mike Fiers from the Houston Astros. And this is the first time since 1973 that a pitcher threw a no-hitter in the same year that he got traded in. So he came over from the Brewers right around the trade deadline to help out the Astros, and that he did. He struck out 10 Dodgers on Friday night to get his first career no-hitter, and as I mentioned, the fifth of the season. The Houston Astros ended up sweeping the Dodgers, I believe, in that series, and they're still rolling right now. 5.5 games up on the second-place Rangers in the AL West, starting to look like they are going to win that division, but we still have a little over a month of baseball to go, so we shall see how that race continues to go on. We almost had our sixth no-hitter of the season last night as the veteran Justin Verlander came so close, only 2 outs away, and he gives up a double. It hit the foul line. It was so close. Unfortunately, Verlander could not do it, but he finished the game with a complete game shutout, only 1 hit allowed. And it was just a fantastic outing for him and the Tigers, who have struggled this year, which is very, very surprising. 17 games behind the Kansas City Royals right now, who are obviously running away with that division. Other news this week, the Mets just continue to be on fire right now. They are pulling away from the Washington Nationals. And the Mets, I think, just had the right schedule at the right time, because they got to face my Rockies in Colorado, swept us, and just were scoring runs left and right, and that's been their big problem all season. But they went over to Coors Field and had no issues scoring runs, and then they continued their run dominance against the Philadelphia Phillies. Now, they set 2 team club records during the series against the Phillies. In one of the games, they found themselves down, I believe 7-2, and end up hitting 15 extra base hits, 8 home runs, and won the game 16-7 in Philadelphia. It was just ridiculous. Mets offense on fire right now. Again, it just may be because of the teams that they're going up against. But with that pitching staff, they are very, very dangerous, and I continue to believe that they're going to absolutely win that division and cause some headaches in the playoffs. Speaking of the Phillies, I read a really good story about them the other day, that they are looking into basically expanding the protective netting in their stadium to protect fans from getting hit from foul balls. It feels like, for the most part, this year, we've had more cases of it. Maybe I just don't remember in the past because we're now in the present and it's quicker to come to my memory. But I think all ball clubs should do this. Safety is a very, very important thing, and you just hate to see, a fan just minding their own business, watching the game, or maybe not even watching the game, not paying attention to the game, and getting hit by a broken bat or a foul ball. So I hopefully, if the Phillies do go ahead and do this, other teams will follow suit and do the same exact thing to keep those fans protected. So some other news, I did mention the Rockies. Sorry, Braves fans, but I'm coming out and saying it right now. The Braves are the worst team in baseball. Earlier this week, when the Rockies fell to the Mets, I believe the 3rd game out of the 3-game series, we at that point had the worst record, and I say we because I'm a Rockies fan, for those of you that don't know. At that point, we had the worst record in Major League Baseball. And at this point, we do not. It's back to the Phillies as of today. But the Atlanta Braves, we swept them in a 4-game series before the All-Star break. And we went over to Atlanta this week and beat them 2 out of 3 games. So I am now giving the crown to the worst team in baseball to the Atlanta Braves. So I'm sorry to all you Braves fans. They are not playing well at all right now. They don't have the best record, or the worst record, as I said, but they are 1-9 in their last 10. And only a couple games in front of the Philadelphia Phillies for the worst record in baseball. Other divisional leaders, the Dodgers won 2 in a row now, have a 2.5 game lead on the Giants. That one is going to come down to the wire. I can't wait to see how it plays out. In the NL Central, the Pittsburgh Pirates, 7-3 in their last 10. They're trying to chase down the Cardinals and also stay in position for a wild card spot. Cardinals with a 4.5 game lead up in the NL Central. The Toronto Blue Jays, 2 games up on the New York Yankees, 7-3 in their last 10. They've won 5 straight, just absolutely been great since the Tulo and David Price trades. And we mentioned the AL Central in the AL West. So, like I said, guys, we're getting close to the end of the season, about a month and a week left or so before this thing comes to an end. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a little tired of the regular season at this point, maybe because my team is just out of it and they stink and they're awful. But I love seeing all the young guys getting called up, guys who, didn't get a chance earlier in the season getting called up to try to make some plays and maybe be a production or be productive to their team next year. But I'm just ready for the playoffs. I'm ready for playoff baseball as the NFL season starts to come up as well. And always, guys, if you have any topics that you'd like me to talk about in next week's video, please leave them in the comments section of this one because we're going to wrap this thing up. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. There was a lack of scoring, to say so, but I had some really, really nice defensive plays, so I thought I'd showcase that game off to you. And that was also my first game with Jose Fernandez since he's gone up to a diamond card, and he pitched absolutely great. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back with risers and fallers on Monday, maybe a pack opening this weekend. I'm out. Peace.